Hi, my name is Emma, and I am lucky enough to be part of the scientific research class at Westtown this year. And we are here today to talk a little bit about what we have been doing in class for the past few weeks during Westtown distance learning. So I would say we've been kind of doing two things primarily. We've been learning about virology as a whole, and then we've also been learning about COVID-19 specifically through primary literature. So first with the virology, I guess we decided to do that as a class because we wanted to have kind of a base foundation of knowledge so that we could better understand the primary literature about COVID-19. Also, we were just interested in virology. So we've been learning, what are viruses, how do they work, what makes them different from each other, what makes them unique. And one of the things that stuck out to me the most, actually, is how much we don't know about viruses in general. Even ones that have been around for decades, we still have so much to learn about them. And one of the things that this has highlighted for me is how important it is right now to stick to what we do know about COVID-19 as we're kind of navigating this pandemic in real time. So that's been really interesting and kind of fed right into our looking into primary literature about COVID-19. So we started with a video of a lecture that was given by two doctors at Massachusetts General Hospital. And it was essentially a talk that tried to recap kind of all of the major primary literature that had been released up until that point, all the studies and major findings about COVID-19. And it was given on March 25th, I believe, which is kind of ancient in coronavirus study terms, but it was kind of our foundation. And then since then, as more and more research has come out, we're each kind of picking a few articles and then going to go more in depth into them and then share them with the class. So it's been everything from specific proteases that are potential really good drug targets because they're really crucial to the viral life cycle, everything from kind of that scale to major kind of how does socioeconomic status affect the probability that people will get coronavirus. So kind of from a really small scale to a really big scale. So that's been really interesting. And one of the things that I've found most promising actually about all of this is just seeing how the scientific community is dealing with this, because there are so many journals that are saying, you know what, anything about coronavirus, free access, everybody can access it, we just need this information out there right now. Most papers are getting released kind of without the final proofread, just we need to get this information out there so that somebody else can do what they can with it to make a difference. And that's been really cool to see, kind of this general rallying about let's get information out there, let's figure out as much as we can, as quickly as we can, get all the minds on this at once. And that's been really moving to see and really hopeful for me, at least, which has made at least a little part of my fear go away. I've really appreciated getting to learn about COVID-19 from a scientific perspective. I think personally it's helped me to be able to understand it a little better. And I think on a wider scale, for our society to just have a better understanding of the science behind something like this is imperative to dealing with it well. So I wish that more people had the opportunity to learn about COVID-19 from a scientific perspective. But as we go through this class, we hope to be able to share a little bit more information with a broader community about what we learn. And personally, I've really appreciated getting this opportunity to dive into something that's happening in real time and kind of understanding how the scientific world works in such unusual times like these.